Hello, hello. What's up, guys? Welcome to another Monday afternoon stream. How are you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. Today, I decided to wear brown lipstick, and I don't know how often I'm going to do that moving forward because I kid you not, the whole day I kept on trying to put my lipstick back on because I keep feeling like it kept coming off, and then it's like I feel like my lips were looking patchy, and now it's like I don't know. Maybe I need to find a different way to make it stay on, but yeah, my lipstick has been bothering me all day. There we go. I think that works more or less. What am I making today? I don't know yet. That is a waste. How did I do that? I did not mean to do that. I literally wasted a whole bunch of rice. I think that's why. Sophie, I'm good. I just went to the store and got veggies before this, and yeah, I have a story about me freaking out a little bit while I was driving. How are you though? Before I get into that, how are you doing? Because I feel like the way I tell stories is going to be unnecessarily long. So first, how are you doing? Let's check on that first. You're okay? How was your day? What time is it there? It's got to be like 4:30, 5:30. It's kind of hard to stay, especially with my headphones on. It's hard to stay, as in the stream is going to kick you out. You got the best tan line. I have a tan now, and I'm not really super happy with it. I noticed it at the gym. Hi! Is that Ronaldo? What's up? What's up? I went to the gym earlier, and I noticed, can you see that? I don't know how noticeable it is, but I can tell I have a tan. Oh, you're playing video games with your friends? Multitasking? Your YouTube is lagging? Okay. Well, maybe Twitch will give me some algorithm points. So I think you're doing just as much good for the channel over there. Honestly, thank you. Today, when I got in my car this morning, there were these two little bugs. They look like bees mixed with flies. So they look like, I don't even know how to describe them. Their wings were sticking out. You know how bees, their wings just lay like that on top of their back, right? It's like a half of a heart and then a half of a heart, and it's stacked. These ones were full on heart, just sticking out, right? And they were about the size of a fly, but they looked like bees. They were kind of yellowish and brownish black. I don't know if they can sting or not, or what the situation is with them, but there was two of them in my car today. And I don't even know where it is. I think I left it in my car. I have this lavender body spray thing. It's supposed to be an aromatherapy body spray. It's not, you can spray it on fabrics, so it's supposed to be soothing, if you lay down, if you have a headache or something, you can spray it on your pillow and lay down. Or you can spray it on your body if you're feeling stressed out. Guys, why was I using it like bug spray to try and get rid of the bugs? And I still couldn't get rid of them. It wasn't until I got to work that I got one of them to definitely leave the car. And the second one, I lost it. So I have no idea. Like, if I wake up tomorrow morning and it's still in my car, you guys are going to hear me screaming from wherever you guys are at the moment. Like, I was like, why is it in my car? Pick another victim, please. I'm just trying to get to work on time, please. And like sometimes when you're driving, like you end up having to like stop and interact with people, like the toll workers, because like one of the toll gates near my house, one of the toll gates near my house is like you have to pay with cash. You can't pay with like basically like there's a card inside of my car that like auto pays or whatever. I mean, I have to pay it with my credit card afterwards, but like when you drive through, it like scans and reads like how far you use the toll road for. But some of the toll gates are old, so you have to pay with cash. And they're supposed to be updating them soon. But anyways, yeah, when I came into work, one of the guys was looking at me like, "What? What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm freaking out because of this bug. Somebody please get it out of my car." I ended up getting it like to like I use like some receipt paper and like just fanned it out like because at the toll roads usually they give you receipts, so I like eventually fanned it out. But it made for an interesting drive to work. I really hope I don't find a second bug in my car tomorrow because I'm not gonna get it. Maybe tomorrow I need to like check the inside of the car before I like start driving. Cause like literally as soon as I was about to leave, they like start buzzing around on the dash. Like they're ready for a trip or something. Oh man. But at least today there was no pee on the floor at the gym. The only thing eventful that happened at the gym today was that I hurt my finger and it was like bleeding when I was in the locker room. Did you miss some streams? Maybe. Maybe. I think you missed the Friday night stream. Did I stream on Sunday? Yeah, I think you missed some stream. Because I streamed on Friday night and I was just hyper because I was ready for the work week to end. So I was in a great mood. And then I streamed on Sunday because I needed to clean my house. And so I was like, you know what? I'll just stream for a little bit. So yes. But to be fair, nothing crazy happened on those streams. It was just like daily life stuff. I'm trying to think of like the craziest tea that happened on either of those streams. Friday I was just making random stuff, and I think I was gonna drink wine while I was streaming, but the wine was not cold. It was plum wine, so I put it in the fridge, and then I kind of ended up the stream pretty fast. Will you stream tomorrow? Tomorrow will you stream? Probably. I'm trying to make an effort to stream around now on a daily basis. To be quite honest, today I did not feel like streaming. And it's not even like talking to you guys. Now I feel good that I'm streaming, I feel fine. But like once I got home, like I was feeling very anxious because it just felt like a long day. Um and so I was like, maybe I'm not gonna stream. I don't know. But I'm gonna answer your question. I'm gonna try my best to stream tomorrow. It'll probably be somewhere around now, maybe a little bit earlier, but somewhere around now. Today is a holiday in Japan, but I was out of fresh veggies, so I needed to go to the store, and it was so busy in there. And then as I was driving, like there's like I can tell there are people that are not there are people in my city that are visiting that don't live in the city. So like they're maybe traveling to see family or like just like on a road trip or whatever. And I can tell by the way they're driving that they're not from the city. And so driving to work was chill because there's no traffic because it's early because I wanted to go to the gym first. You're gonna go play video games? All right, be safe out there. Hopefully I can catch you tomorrow. But yeah, on the way home from work, some of the people on the road, I was like, you know how people post on social media, like I was marked safe from X thing. Like I feel like today I need to mark myself safe from some of the travelers in this area because there's some very interpretive driving. There was a person in front of me at the light. No, not in front of me. There's a person behind me at the light that was like fairly close to my house. And the person was so like uncertain with their driving. Like they would put their blinker on or they'd move to the side and then they would come back. And they were so uncertain with their driving. I'm like, am I doing something weird? Like what was I supposed to turn there? What? I was like gaslighting myself. What are they doing? And then like eventually they turned and went down the road and I honestly think they're just not from this area, the person that was driving like that. But it just means like there's a lot of traffic and I don't know. I guess you're always gonna get that with rush hour, but that that happened. And I feel like where did I just put the plastic thing from this? Oh, here it is. I feel like I had a pretty productive day at work, even though like a lot of people were off because it's a holiday. So, man, I put this in wrong. Oh, something else that was on my mind today as I was coming home from the grocery store is that a lot of times, where are the paper towels? A lot of times on the channel, people will be like, where's your husband? Like, why is he not part of the stream? And hold on, hold that thought. And a lot of times he doesn't like actually be he doesn't actually end up included in the content on the channel because he's like more quiet than I am, like more private than I am. But when it comes to like supporting behind the scenes, like honestly, I don't think the channel would be here without him. Like the very first video I uploaded on YouTube. Oh, guys, that is so upsetting. I literally just watched it. What was I saying? The very first video that I uploaded on YouTube, I was like too excited to make dinner, so we ended up going and getting pizza, and then we like sat together and watched to see like is anyone going to watch it. And I want to say it got like 2 views or something. Like it wasn't an overnight success, But like that kind of support has been consistent like this whole time. So, I don't know, that's what was on my mind as I was coming back from the store. Like he doesn't make a lot of appearances on the channel, but um my husband literally is like essential for the channel. Like I think I would have given up without his support and encouragement long time ago. And I was thinking about that on the way back from work. But yeah, enough reminiscing and reflecting. Um, I know you just watched me wash this, but since I dropped it in the trash, I have to wash it again. There's really nothing in the trash anyways though, because like today was combustible day, so I had to take the trash out before I went to work. Man, it's the simple things. Do you ever feel like you get it's chips? Yay! You're here. Thank you for the good job. I'm trying my best. But I feel like work today took like my do you ever feel like you work on something or you do something and then after you're finished, you're like, okay, that's all my brain cells for the day gone. Like I'm definitely done with thinking today. Well, that's definitely how I felt after work. Like by the end of the work, I was like, by the end of the workday, I was like, yeah, my brain is tired. I'm ready to go home. Some of it is because of, like my you understand the feeling. Yeah, it's my brain is tired right now, girl. By the end of work, I was like, dude, like my brain is so tired. Like I think like I should just basically be ready to clock out. But I kept going. I'm proud of myself. I kept going until it was time to go, but right, my brain was tired. Uh, you were supervising at work today, and oh, this girl I was supervising. Oh no! Oh no! Why do I have concerns right away? By the way that you said that, I'm concerned already. She kept leaving. Where was she going? Did she clarify like where she left? That is wild. You see the story of there's like a lady in the US and she worked like a 12-hour shift at a fast food restaurant all by herself because I guess nobody else showed up for the shift. So like she was doing the drive-through, she was cooking the food, she was doing the cash register, she was like doing like the headset thing where like people come to the restaurant and she's like, "Oh, hello, can I take your order?" She's doing all of that by herself. I would be ready to like have some harsh words with the coworkers after that. I think I would leave. Like I don't think I would stay. She kept going to back storerooms, and you can't do that because you have to watch the register. Yeah, I don't think I could do like the whole shift by myself. And for the girl that you're trying to train, is there a way to like work on her communication so like she's like more like vocal with what's going on. Like, hey, like I need this thing, so that's why I would like to go to the back. But that way, like if anybody else is available, they can help me so I don't have to go. I feel like with that sort of thing, sometimes it's tricky to tell. Like, is a person doing it on purpose? Like they're just leaving? Or like are they nervous? Or like they feel like overwhelmed, like they can't communicate? Or like, because I've worked with somebody, hold on. Every time I went to check on her, she was there. There was a line at the front, like 5 customers. She's been there 9. Oh, um, maybe it's time to like set some performance expectations with her, like nicely, and just like let her know that like from here on out, like your expectation is that she works on those things in order to get like a good performance review from you. And if she continues to like leave people now that you've already, like the two of you have already talked about it, she's gonna get in trouble. I'm coming back. Plus, we have headsets to communicate, which we use regularly, and she knows how to use them. Yeah, that's a little problematic. I wonder if I wonder if it's one of those things where she thinks that because you're a newer supervisor, she can just do whatever she wants. I don't know. I don't want to assume. But I think probably like when I've worked as a supervisor before, usually what I would do is like talk to the person and let them know like, hey, from here on out, like I expect you to do this, just so like you know, if you didn't know, like this is what you're supposed to do. And if you need any help or like there's a reason that you're not like you're having a hard time doing it, then like this is an opportunity to talk about that. But if you keep doing it, now that we've already had a conversation about it, it's gonna be like an effect on your performance evaluation or whatever. Like it's gonna be negative, you know. Sometimes that helps. Or to get like an explanation of what is going on, like why they're doing that. I used to work with this person. I used to work with this person, and the person was technically my boss. But like, whenever there was an issue, like they would like pop smoke, and they would be like, hold on, where, where's so and so? They were, they were just here." Like you know, like the like sound effect. As soon as there's an issue, gone. That was frustrating because like in that situation, it's like I should be the one running. Like, plus 20 minutes before I close, I had this random dude come up to me and said, "I'm here to repair the hold on, what you say?" I'm gonna post this so I can see. Something about the way StreamYard works, sometimes it blocks my comments. So I'm gonna try and post this so I can see. I repair the floor, and nobody told me about that. Was he legit? Because I don't know about like in Australia, but like I've heard in the US, like it's become like a scam where people will be like, "Oh, I'm here for like blah 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 maintenance," and then tries to get you to let them in the house. Okay, so he's legit, but he just nobody bothered to explain or communicate. So, sounds like a couple people need to work on their communication. Because that the first thing I thought about when you said that is safety. Because if you don't know who the person is or have any idea that they're coming, and then they're like trying to go in the back or something and they're not supposed to be there. Like, what's up with that? You need to know. You need to know what's going on. We spent like 20 minutes on the phone to confirm. Okay. Good. Y'all be safe at work. Like, seriously, be safe at work, because not everybody that you work with is a safe person, and not everybody that shows up to the workplace is a safe person. Unfortunately, there's some crazies in the world. So please be safe. I made him sign in before he was allowed. I don't blame you at all. At all. Like, I don't even think we have time on this channel. I don't know how we would include all of the jobs that I worked at. Because I've worked at, I feel like, so many different places. And like, as a teenager, I like worked at McDonald's, and like that was chaotic because it was like elderly people. And then I worked at like an airport, and the airport job, it was just like a constant balance between security and customer service, which I found stressful. Like, there's other parts of the job, but that was like one of the things that like I just found the most stressful, because people think they should get whatever they want, but realistically speaking, like, you can't always have what you want, especially not in an airport. And this is coming from somebody who is like a very anxious traveler, which probably sounds ironic since this channel is like lots of travel stuff on it. But like, when I'm actually traveling from one place to another, I often feel really anxious because I don't like the loss of control. Like, you go to the line at the airport and they're like, take out your phone, take out your charger. Do you have hair clips in? And it's like, hold on. I just want to. Okay, no, okay. Here's my hair clip. You know? Yo, I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to do this. I'm gonna. I think maybe not. I literally realized I put the rice cooker together and I still left part of it out. That is unfortunate. I like washed it twice and still left part of it out. I told you, work tired me out today because I just, you know, the song like, I have no more F's to give. My have gone dry. I almost said it. I don't want to curse on the channel, but if you look it up, like, I have no more F's to give, but like he says the actual word. I'm not encouraging you guys to say it, but um man, that's how I feel today. It's been a long day. Just looking at it and seeing it sitting here is like so annoying. It's fine. I'm gonna put some butter in this, and that'll make me feel better. This is Hokkaido butter, so it better be good. I'm expecting like the best of the best. Yesterday, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's feeling like a Monday. And like, at the gym, I cut my finger, and then I was like worried about like getting blood on my shirt. Yeah. What does butter come in? How does butter look in Australia? It's always in a box. Like, even in the US, it's in a box. What you doing? Please tell me how butter looks or how it comes in Australia because I think that's so interesting. Babe, does butter come in a box in Nigeria? Butter. It comes in a round plastic container, or it's in a square block rectangle. It is. This is the box, and then the butter is inside. But it always comes in a it's always come in a box. At least per my recollection. The only time never in a box. The only time I've seen it in like the tub thing is if it's margarine, but if it's like butter, then it's in a box. There's one brand that my mom used to always get as a kid, and it had like a girl on the front, and I thought she was so pretty. And I think like in recent times they've changed the label. Um, Probably because it was a lot of it culturally inaccurate, and I think that's what it was. But I used to think the girl on it was really pretty as a kid. But yeah, it always comes in a box. What? I'm like mind blown. That's crazy. So I'll be in like Australia, like, hey, can I have some butter? And like I end up getting the square. I get circle, not a square. That's crazy. I would probably, if you didn't tell me, I would be like, no, 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 no. I want butter, not margarine. I mean, nicely, of course, but still, like, I would think that it's the wrong thing. Actually, I think the only dairy that I'm used to coming in a circle shape is cheese. Cheese comes in circles, but not butter or margarine. That reminds me of my favorite movie, which is She's the Man. Yeah, you need me? Okay. Okay. Because in that movie, the girl is trying to teach the guy how to flirt, and she recommends that he ask the girl that he likes what her favorite cheese is. Yeah, our fancy cheese be circles, our regular cheese be blocks. Fair point. That is normal. That I'm used to. Circular butter sounds fancy. That I have to see. Sometimes I wish you guys could post pictures on the community page on YouTube, because a lot of the community members on this channel are not from Japan and are not from the US either. A lot of the people that like interact with the channel a lot. We've got people from everywhere, but like we got Germany, UK, more recently, Kenya and Nigeria have gone up in the like communications. Brazil, Ireland. Um, I'm trying to make tofu the way like they have it at like the restaurants here, some of the restaurants here. because they'll do it with like butter and soy sauce, and I think that's so good. Speaking of soy sauce, I was talking with another YouTuber on her live stream that I randomly found. She actually is like very like sporty, like she does like boxing content and stuff. But I think that she's so interesting because she's from Georgia, the country of Georgia, and she speaks English, and I think she taught herself to speak English. So I started listening to her content, and she was saying just like a lot of like wise life advice stuff on that live stream. And so I started it popping up on her channel from time to time. It turns out she lives in Vietnam, which is really interesting to me because we just went to Thailand. And so after she suggested it, she suggested visiting southern Vietnam. And I started like looking up like Vietnam, and I watched this guy, his video. He's actually vegan. I don't remember his channel name, unfortunately. But yeah, he went to Vietnam and he was like eating all the different food there. And I'm telling you, his video single-handedly made me want to book a flight. Like the food he was eating. And specifically, like what made me think of this is because like I'm making tofu for dinner. And I guess like one of his family members or extended family members was making tofu. And like she made like this handmade tofu that looked so good. As you guys can probably tell, I really love tofu because it's so versatile. You can make a lot of different things with it. And when it's cooked well, it has a really nice flavor. Let me move you guys over here. Let's go, let's go. I knew I forgot something at the store too. I didn't get more onion, which I was supposed to do. But it was so crowded, I was just ready to leave before I even got started. To be completely honest. Putting the rest of the veggies away. I just got a whole bunch of different things. I don't know why like plastic is like such a thing. Like whenever I get groceries here, like everything, like this eggplant individually wrapped in plastic. Like I feel like that's kind of like excessive use of plastic. But then all the plastic gets like recycled, so I forgot to buy chips at work, so we had to go to the convenience store in our PJs. I actually really like going to the convenience store in PJs, but I feel like there's one convenience store near my house that I do that occasionally. But like here, I think it's kind of like people kind of give you like the look if you show up to the store in like pajamas, because typically speaking, like people don't really like go out in their PJs, which I can understand, but there's something nice about going to the store in like fuzzy pajamas and going and getting your goodies, your snacks or whatever it was that you wanted, and then going home and watching a movie or something. Our cucumber is wrapped in plastic. Yeah, plastic wrapped cucumber is confusing to me because usually they give you like a little, what is it? Like little mini bags that you can put the cucumber in. Here, it's like this. I don't know. I guess it's not any better. when it's like this. It's not really wrapped, but like it goes in the bag. It's still plastic. But like more recently, I've been seeing stories of people going to the grocery store and like bothering the food that everybody else is gonna have. So maybe it's okay to wrap it. I guess I can't be mad at that. I need to buy more honey too. So I'm using the honey that we got in Nagasaki. I don't think honey goes bad fast though, so I think it's fine. No, but you can't rewrap it because the plastic is too. It doesn't have like those little ziplock thing. Oftentimes, even if something does have like a reseal ziplock thing on it, the way I cut it open, I ruin it. Nope, it's like cling film wrap. I'm so curious. I would love to see how that works. Are people like unnecessarily talkative in Australia at the grocery store? Like, I feel like in the States, like oftentimes, like you'll go through like the checkout line and people will be like, "Oh, you got cucumbers. Are you using these for like a salad or for like a facial? What you doing?" You know, like they just have a conversation with you, right? And then like here in Japan, some of it might be the language barrier too, but usually people are not like, "Oh, you got a lemon. You're making lemonade," you know? But someone asked me the other day like what I was making. But I think it's maybe happened like once since I've been here. My old school had beehives, and we got to have fresh honeycomb every now and then. Oh, that is so cool. We don't talk to each other. That's funny. So, like, it would be odd if somebody was like, making conversation with you randomly, like at the grocery store. Because I did not really realize that was kind of odd behavior until like I started realizing like I've never really had that happen in places outside the U.S. Like in the U.S., it's pretty common. Matt, how are you doing? Because someone did that today. It was so awkward. Oh man, that's so interesting. Because like I always thought it was normal. Like you go to the store and like it was to the point where like if you bought something like kind of personal, like let's say you bought deodorants or something, and then somebody like who's like ringing you up, they're like scanning all your stuff and they're like, well, it is hot today, you might want to freshen up, or you know what I mean, maybe not that direct, you know what I mean, but like they'll have like a comment about that and you're just like, yo, I do not want to talk about it, I just want to buy my deodorant and leave. What did she say? I was like, I don't need to know why you're returning your man diapers. I think also sometimes people do it because they're embarrassed. Like if you volunteer information, then people can't ask or assume. So I think sometimes that's what people do sometimes as well. Because on the other live stream we were talking about someone spilled something at the gym. I don't know what it was. It was yellow. And then we were talking about like maybe it was pee. And then I was like, they should have at least told somebody. But then in hindsight, I was like, if I somehow caused the mess, I don't think I would want to like admit to it. You know what I mean? So like maybe like somehow people's like I don't know, internal dialogue provokes them to like overshare when they feel nervous. I don't know. I don't know. For me, it depends on the mood I'm in as well, like drastically. Cause like some moods that I'm in, I'm like super 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 awkward socially. Other moods, I feel like I'm kind of like, I don't know, like able to navigate anything. Like I just throw me into any situation and I'm good. And then other moods, like I just genuinely don't want to be bothered. Like whatever your situation is with your diapers or your whatever you were, I just don't care, which is not necessarily good. Someone spit a liter of bubble all over the toy aisle and blamed it on someone else. That's mean. That is really mean. On my way home from work, I was playing like the audio from a YouTube video on my way back. And I was listening to Socially Simone. I don't know why, but her YouTube channel makes me laugh so hard. She's very, very funny. But she was talking about how there's an Uber driver that's like, I guess she's like a single mom with 2 kids and she's just doing her best. And somebody lied and was like, oh, I never got the food, even though she delivered it. So the mom made like a video about it and it went viral. And the person who lied got fired from their job. It would have made a fun slippery slide, but we had to clean it up. So years and years, I used to work for Walmart. And they had a policy. I don't know if they still have the policy like that. This is based on my recollection from when I worked there. But they used to have a policy where, like, if you were about to leave work or come into work or whatever, like, if you could at all possible stop and stand and guard the spill that was on the floor instead of leaving it until it could be clean, you were supposed to do that. So, like if you saw like a huge slippery spot on the floor, you weren't supposed to just like walk by and be like, not my problem. I'm about to leave. Like, good luck, everybody. Like, I'm going home. Like, or whatever. You're just supposed to stop and then like wait, and then like if you could find somebody else to like help you, then you could like move away from the spot or whatever. But you're not supposed to just leave it. Because apparently slip and fall accidents cost businesses a lot of money. Because like if the person who slipped and fell can like I don't know what the legal system in Australia is like, but I think in the US like it's pretty skewed towards the person who slipped and fell. Like the store is probably going to be held liable. Like they're going to have to pay for the person's medical bills. We don't have enough staff for that. I just build a barrier of baskets. I mean, whatever you can do to help keep people safe, I think that's good. And I've been hearing like sometimes people will like, like, oops, knock something over. No. Whoa, somebody better pay me. So I think that's part of why some of the bigger companies crack down on like, okay, somebody's got to stay here and watch because like someone might accidentally on purpose slip and fall. Yep. Yep. Some people are really wild though. Like you just see the craziest things. Like I remember one time it looks like the rice is done. So I probably gotta go soon. The security cams aren't for theft anymore. It's to catch people trying to do dodgy injuries. That part right there. My phone is giving me a battery warning, so I probably gotta sign out. I would like to leave you guys with one more story because of what you just said. Like, I feel like one of the craziest things that happened when I worked at McDonald's as a teenager was some people came to the drive-thru at like maybe 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, like very early in the morning. And in the US, at the location where I worked, they sold oatmeal raisin cookies. But oatmeal raisin cookies are not typically as popular as chocolate chip cookies. What, Moxie? So usually we kind of like made less of those because we would end up having to throw those away. So it's kind of like making them on demand a little bit. Like we would make maybe half the oatmeal raisin cookies as chocolate chip cookies because they just were not as popular. So one day some people came early on, or like late, whatever, and they were like, we want oatmeal raisin cookies. And the manager or whoever was like, oh, we're so sorry, we don't have any more for today or whatever. We don't have any. You're going to have to wait. Whatever. At the moment that they wanted the oatmeal raisin cookies, they were not available. So guess what these people did? They got really, really angry and they threw a dirty diaper from out of their car on the drive-thru and then like just skirted off and left the dirty diaper on the ground. And we were all just like, be careful out there, guys. Some people are just absolutely wild. That's what I'm saying. It's Chips. Take care of yourself. I actually have to sign out this time, so I will see you later. It's nice talking to you. I hope your next shift at work goes well. Everybody else who stopped in, if you like come back and watch this, I appreciate all of you guys too. For the lurkers who just have been hanging out, if you're having fun, don't forget to subscribe, and I will catch everybody later. Anytime. You guys always make my day. I hope you know that. Take care of yourself. Bye.